Layla had always been the embodiment of discipline. Her days were meticulously planned: early morning prayers, university lectures, library sessions, and evening supplications. She was the student who sat in the front row, her notes color-coded, her mind sharp and focused. But all of that changed when she met Adam. Adam was the kind of person who could light up a room with his presence. His laughter was infectious, his words thoughtful, and his faith unwavering. They met during a university charity event, and their connection was instant. What began as a friendship blossomed into a deep, heartfelt relationship. They shared dreams, fears, and a mutual respect for each other's faith. For Layla, Adam was not just a partner, but a soulmate who complemented her in every way. But life, as it often does, had other plans. One evening, after months of growing distance and unspoken tensions, Adam ended their relationship. His reasons were vague, something about timing, personal struggles, and not being able to give her what she deserved. Layla was shattered. The person who had been her anchor was now a memory, and the future they had envisioned together crumbled like sand slipping through her fingers. In the days that followed, Layla's world turned upside down. She found herself unable to concentrate on her studies. The once colorful notes now seemed meaningless, and the lectures she once eagerly attended felt like distant echoes. Her prayers, which had always been a source of solace, became mechanical. She would stand in prayer, but her heart was elsewhere, tangled in a web of memories and unanswered questions. Shaitan, ever the opportunist, seized this moment of vulnerability. At first, the whispers were subtle, a fleeting thought here, a lingering doubt there. Why did he leave you? Was it something you did? Maybe you're not good enough. These thoughts gnawed at her, pulling her deeper into a spiral of self-doubt and despair. The whispers grew louder, more insidious. Why bother praying? Allah doesn't seem to care about your pain. Look at how easily he took Adam away from you. Layla's faith, once unwavering, began to waver. She skipped prayers, telling herself she was too tired or too busy, fearing the judgmental eyes of others. Instead, she sought solace in distractions, endless scrolling through social media, binge-watching dramas, and losing herself in music that only deepened her melancholy. The more she strayed, the louder Shaitan's whispers became, convincing her that she was unworthy of love, success, and even Allah's mercy. But deep within her, a flicker of resistance remained. One night, as she lay in bed, tears streaming down her face, she remembered a verse from the Qur'an. Indeed, with hardship comes ease.
Who endured betrayal and imprisonment, but emerged stronger, of Ayyub alayhi salam, who lost everything but never lost faith. Their struggles mirrored her own, and their resilience inspired her. The next morning, Layla made a decision. She would not let Shaitan win. She would not let her pain define her. She began small, forcing herself to wake up for far prayer. The first few days were difficult. Her mind wandered, and her heart felt heavy. But with each prostration, she felt a tiny spark of peace. She started reading the Quran again, even if it was just a few verses a day. The words, once familiar, now carried new meaning, offering comfort and guidance. She also sought support from her community. She confided in her best friend, Aisha, who listened without judgment and reminded her of Allah's infinite mercy. Layla, Aisha said, "This pain is a test, not a punishment. Allah doesn't burden a soul beyond what it can bear. You're stronger than you think." Slowly but surely, Layla began to rebuild her life. She returned to her studies, not with the same fervor as before, but with a newfound determination. She joined a sister's circle at the mosque, where she found companionship and encouragement. She started volunteering at a local shelter, channeling her pain into helping others. With each act of kindness, each moment of gratitude, she felt the weight of her sorrow lift. The journey was not easy. There were days when the memories of Adam resurfaced, bringing with them a wave of sadness. There were nights when Shaitan's whispers returned, tempting her to give up. But Layla had learned to recognize those whispers for what they were, lies designed to lead her astray. She armed herself with dhikr, remembrance of Allah, seeking refuge in Him whenever doubt crept in. One evening, as she stood in prayer, she felt a profound sense of peace. The tears that once flowed from pain now flowed from gratitude. She realized that her heartbreak, though painful, had brought her closer to Allah. It had stripped away her illusions of control and reminded her of her dependence on Him. She had learned that faith is not the absence of doubt or pain, but the choice to trust Allah even in the midst of it. Layla's story is a testament to the delicate balance between human emotions and spiritual resilience. It is a reminder that Shaitan's whispers are loudest in our moments of weakness, but Allah's mercy is closest in our moments of need. Through her journey, Layla discovered that true strength lies not in avoiding pain, but in facing it with faith, and that even in the darkest of times, the light of Allah's guidance is never far away.